Yo, what's up, everybody? Jason Trio here with Bitrio.com. Today is Thursday, November 16th, 2023. What y'all doing today? Stacking some Bitcoin? Oh, dang. It was a wild day for Bitcoin yesterday, wasn't it? It was down like 35K. And it went up to like 37K. I don't know. I'm kind of cash poor right now. I'm broke. So I have to wait. I don't know. Maybe I'll get a little more at the end of the month or something. Who cares? You know, I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the fluctuations too much. The main point is just to have some fucking Bitcoin. You're trading an unlimited currency, the US dollar, for a limited, strictly limited allocation to a network. You're getting a piece of a pie. You know, there's only 21 million Bitcoin. You're gaining a piece. I also posted, if anyone's curious, more curious about Bitcoin, the soft war thesis from Major Jason P. Lowry. You can find that on my channel. That book came out February 2023 and it was banned by the Pentagon, Department of Defense, July 2023. So February, March, April, May, June, July, 6 months and done. Too bad for me. I didn't get it. I didn't pick it up, unfortunately, but you know, whatever. I'm not just gonna, what are you gonna do? I can't just run out there and buy every fucking Bitcoin book there is. You know what I'm saying? You can't buy every freaking Bitcoin book. But of course, when a book gets banned by a government, you're like, yo, I want that shit. You got that turns into a must read. Why the hell is it banned, dude? Like, don't we have freedom of speech? You know what I'm saying? Do I need to buy a couple of these? I probably do, but not on this dude. Talismans are cheap right now in Warhammer Online. 18 gold, 18 satoshis. Damn, 9 satoshis over here. I can't work this though, right? Minimum rank 28. What am I at? 21. Oh damn, 21 million Bitcoin. 21 level sorcerer. We're in a queue too, right? We're in a queue. Let's go. Mid-tier Warhammer. Mid-tier. Anything happening in the mid-tiers? Dude, it's a slow day. So I'm trying to tell people, you know, spread the word about it. That looks pretty cool. Is he a 40? Is that the Bloodlord set? I think it is. You got Bloodlord. Yeah, Bloodlord. Bloodlord. That's what I need on my chosen full Bloodlord. I don't think I even have it yet. Oh, Blood Moon Chaos Seal. Yeah, I got that. Then some Jenny. And then some Jenny gens. I don't really like the look of the Bloodlord helm. I go with the Marauder look. So we're just letting people know, you gotta, it has to be your idea though. So when I was introduced to Bitcoin, I just saw it on the internet and I instantly thought monopoly money, can't afford to pay my bills in real life. Why, how would I ever be able to afford this magical internet money, right? So I was like, whatever, screw that. It was probably like 2012, 2013 if I'm estimating. I have no idea what year it was, but I'll just do a little estimation. That's my best guess. Then 2017, my uncles and my dad was talking about it actually at a wedding, but they were talking about some scam company that was using Bitcoin. And luckily it was all presented to me in this way. So I went and looked into their little investment opportunity. Yo, you gotta get into this. And I was able to debunk their little scam thing that they were going. I was like, bro, they're taking your shit, because you would give them cash, they would buy the Bitcoin, but you couldn't pull the Bitcoin off of their little website, you know, their little thing that they had going on. So they had control of your funds. They would show you a display, you know, you log into your account on their website and it would show you, you know, here's what you had in our database, but you couldn't actually pull the Bitcoin out. You couldn't pull your money out until, you know, whatever it was. There was some it was like a BitConnect, if you're familiar with BitConnect, where you put it in, your money grows, and then you can't pull it out for a certain time, all that stuff. So I was like, that sucks. That's a scam. So, but what's this Bitcoin thing? Like, what's this currency that they're using? I heard about it before, I dismissed it. Let me start learning about this. So I started learning about this, and I was like, oh shit, this shit's amazing. So luckily it was presented to me in this way so that I came to the conclusion on my own, where I was like, oh, you dudes are wrong, I'm right, and here's the way, here's how it works. Because that's the way it goes. I don't know why. Human brains, man. We all have to come to the conclusion in our own way, on our own, and pretend, or at least think that it's our idea. That's how we have confidence in things. If we're just trailing somebody else and following somebody else, then we don't have confidence, you know? We don't have conviction. We don't believe it. We're just going with the flow. So we'll be shaken out of our position easily. But if we come to the conclusion on our own, well, then we have a hard time letting go. This works the opposite way too, because then we have a hard time letting go if we're wrong. Like, I'm not wrong. No, I'm right. And then you have the ego. You don't want to be wrong, you know? So who knows, right? I could be wrong actually about Bitcoin, obviously. I don't know. The history is unproven. The future is untold. Nobody knows. But you still have to make a choice, because another thing is, making no choice seems like you are making no choice. Like, well, I'm not doing anything. That's no choice. But actually, that is a choice, because life is not static and still. Life moves like a river, it keeps moving. So if you're just standing still, well, life passes you by. And that's a weird concept too. It took me a little while to understand that. I thought if I was just chilling, making no moves, that I was chilling, making no moves, and I wouldn't get harmed either way. That's a safe bet. But no, making no decision is a choice, is a decision. Damn. That shit's weird, dude. Because everything's constantly moving. So, hey, people are going to figure it out, man. People are going to figure it out. So that story about Solve for Jason Lowry, it's extremely interesting about how Bitcoin is power projection on the internet. So he goes through it and he says, look, animals, everything in life, everything in nature, everything in the world has a cost benefit to it. So you want to go get some honey from those bees. It's extremely delicious and nutritious. Honey's good, but the bees will sting your ass. That's a fucking consequence. You want to fucking eat a boar. You want to eat some meat, whatever the fuck, right? You want to get some snake skin boots or some shit, Hey, there's fucking snake skin boots. Look at this shit. Or a watch or a belt or whatever you're doing. Animals have defense, right? Will sting you, will bite the shit out of you, put some fucking venom in your ass, dude. What's up, So there's a attack. There's a cost to attack it. Countries have military to physically defend the land. They have air force to physically defend the air. Navy for the sea. There's even this fucking space force, satellites and shit to defend the space. But what about the internet? This is this dude's whole concept, his theory. What do we have on the internet that protects our data, our information? You're on the internet. This is the thing too. It's kind of new, so we don't understand it. We don't believe it to be true that, oh, the internet, yeah. Bitch, the internet ain't going nowhere. You're on that shit right now listening to me. You're on the internet all fucking day. You get direct deposit from your paycheck on the internet. You pay your fucking bills on the internet. That's all you fucking do all day. You're on the internet. Every company, emails, all this shit, websites, e-commerce. There's mad shit on the internet. It ain't going the other way where we're like, nah, fuck the internet. This shit's ass cheeks. We're not going that way. We're going to go more and more and more deeper into the internet. And of course, you got to balance that shit. Fuck, touch some grass, dude. Get some sun. Yeah. That's important as hell. But as far as what we're going to do as humans and how we're going to interact with each other, yo, internet's here to stay, man. So you could say, oh, what about electricity? What about power? What about this? Yeah, guess what? Yeah, it does rely on fucking internet, Bitcoin, electricity, power. Internet does, you know, Bitcoin does. Your power, your lights for your house, your heat for all this shit, man. Yo, yeah, it does. But if we lose electricity, if we lose power, you know, we're going backwards, dude. It's gonna be some scary ass times. Bitcoin's gonna be the least of your fucking worries. There's gonna be mobs of dudes out on the street. Shit's gonna be crazy, and maybe that does happen. Fuck, that shit's scary. But that's not, you know, damn, yo, that world would be nuts, dude. So hey, if you want to think about that scenario, you're gonna want fucking guns, blankets, wood, gasoline, fucking bullets, food, fucking wood, hammers. You know, you're gonna want some caveman Stone Age shit. You're gonna want a ton of physical products, defensive products, things that can keep you warm, stoves, things that you can cook on, propane tanks. You know, you're gonna want this type of shit. It's gonna turn, the world would be crazy as hell. Talk about civilization, that would be wild. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not, but it won't be a long period for that to happen. You know, that would just be fucking crazy ass chaos. At some point we would come back around and figure this shit out, you know. We would eventually figure it out. How long that would last, I don't know. But people are rooting for that. You know, people want that to happen, and that's one of the reasons why they say, you know, Bitcoin sucks. But that wouldn't even kill Bitcoin anyway, dude. People would still generate electricity through other types of things. You know, whatever. I don't know. Fucking generators. Fucking what's that solar shit from the sun? You know, there'd be ways, dude. Satellites. We got satellites to do to transmit Bitcoin transactions. So it wouldn't kill Bitcoin. It would definitely fuck it up, but it wouldn't kill it. It's an idea. It's out there, and now you got to deal with it as the world. So anyway, the dude's fucking theory, Jason Lowry, is that Bitcoin is bit power, and it's a way to secure the internet for individuals, for countries, you know, nation states, whatever, all this shit, by imposing a high cost of attack on any potential attackers. Because the way Bitcoin works is it uses real world energy to secure the network. So you could send a text message, you know, an encrypted text message in the Bitcoin, through the Bitcoin network. You can encrypt it. You could have other people see it. You could hide it from other people that it needs a key to open it up and see it. And we're still new into this shit with the ordinals and NFTs and all that shit. Like, this is just coming out. Wait till people figure that shit out. I don't know why, but Bitcoin reminds me of Morse code, where they'd be like doing the lights and the noises or whatever the hell it is Morse code, and you're sending it like a secret message during war. Well, I don't know why, but Bitcoin reminds me of that, because you can encrypt a message and send it and no one can stop it. So what the fuck happens when people start putting, you know, newspaper type shit, like let's say Edward Snowden, right? He released all this shit. What if he put it on the Bitcoin blockchain where everyone can see it and no one can take it down? What about the book Soft War, right? Oh, it's banned by the government. What if that becomes on the Bitcoin blockchain? There is already messages on the Bitcoin blockchain. Chancellor on brink of second bailout from banks in the Genesis block. You know, there's all these things, man. I don't pretend to know everything. You know, I'm still learning as I go right now. But this shit is deep as hell, and it's fucking amazing. And people just dismiss it because it's just human nature. I don't fucking know. I dismissed it straight up when I first heard about it without any research, because I'm an idiot. You know, I'm just a human dude. And most people do it too. They're like, oh no, it can't work. And it's like, why? But all the reasons and excuses people have for why don't make any sense, right? Oh, the world's gonna blow up. Okay, well then stop going to work. Stop fucking raising your kids. Stop fucking, you know, what do you, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you should be dooming, prepping, dude. Are you prepping for that shit then? All right, if you're living a life prepping, then hey, maybe, you know, you're backing up what you're talking about. And I do think people should be prepared for that. Obviously, you shouldn't just be reliant on other services and totally relying on shit. You should have a little bit of that, but to live in that constant doom fear mentality, it's actually just, it's not realistic. Yeah, we will have shitty times in the world, humans go through shitty periods, and this is the fourth turning apparently, so that kind of sucks, but it's also kind of exciting at the same time because there's a lot of opportunity. But you don't want to live in that fear, dude. And we come out of it anyway, you know, throughout history we go ups and downs. So we come out of these periods, man, the Renaissance and shit. You know, normally during these war times is when the good shit happens as well. Like two things are happening at once. Crazy to believe. But and if you don't want war, like what the fuck are you talking about? You don't want war. Okay, then why are you fucking working for a currency that somebody else can create for free? Doesn't make sense. Why don't you take yourself off of that fake ass ledger, right? Is money a ledger? It keeps track of what we own, what we owe each other, our debts and everything, how much we have. Well, why do we transact and participate in this dishonest ledger where people can cheat it and manipulate it and change it? Why are you participating in that then? Why don't you join this honest ledger that no one can change because it has such a high cost to attack? It's the beehive where they'll sting the shit out of you. The dollar and all fiat currency, there's no cost to attack. It's free. People can do it whenever they want. They create dollars digitally for free. There's no end in sight. It's unlimited. There's no cost. There's no cost to any of that shit. Bitcoin, there's a cost to it. So therefore, it's hard as hell to attack. In fact, no one has been able to attack it. Bitcoin's been out for 15 years now. So what? October 31st, 2008 was when the white paper was introduced by Satoshi. Now, I don't think it started until January 8th or something, 2009. And, you know, I don't know my exact dates. Maybe that's wrong there, but that's my memory. So it's already been out for 15 years. What are you waiting for, dude? Is it 20 years? Okay, wait for 20 years. Then you'll be confident in it. Whatever. You just got to look into it. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. That's about it right there. You live, you work, you participate. There we go. Finally, dude. 17-minute. Ding! Scenario pops up. You know, you participate in this shitty ledger, this monetary history of who owns what, dollar bills that you and everyone else in the world goes to work for and trades their time and energy for. But then there's a small group of people that have legal authority to create those same digital dollars in unlimited amount. Then they get to send it to any country in the world so that they could create wars and sustain wars and keep it going and do all this stuff. So you're participating in that. Why are you participating in that? Why don't you just fucking take those free units of energy and put them in the Bitcoin that actually requires real world energy to create and maintain and attack, and no one can change, right? It's honest, truthful, time chain history. Why don't you do that instead, right? Because this whole shit could be over right now. It could be over right fucking now if everybody was just like, no, fuck that. I'm not working for fucking diddly ass digital bullshit that these douchebags can create for free. I want something real. I want something that requires energy, proof of work. You motherfuckers are starting war and doing all this shit. You know, the truth is, you know, you just don't have the fucking balls. You ain't got the fucking balls to do it. But eventually you will, because leaders will fucking step up and fucking say what's up and jump on that shit, and you'll follow. And that's okay. You know, you might be a little bitch, and that's all right. You know, I ain't the toughest dude in the world, but I got a little bit of balls. I got small balls, some balls over here, and you just got to do it. You know, strength in numbers, dude. It was the same thing when the Vex came out. You know, if everybody was just like, nah, I ain't taking this bullshit ass Vex, that shit would have been over fucking instantly. But idiots, scared ass dudes were like, nah, I'm definitely taking that shit. I don't know what's in it, but fuck it, sign me up, bro. You know, motherfuckers just did that. So there you go. And now look, now everybody's fucking regretting the hell out of that shit. Like, damn, what the fuck? I guess I shouldn't have injected myself with some unknown shit like a fucking idiot. Yeah, probably not. Probably a terrible idea, dude. But we live and we learn, you know, and that was people weren't sure. It was confusion, and that's what happens anyway. Like, confusion's gonna happen, dude. Shit. That's why you living in this state of fear is good for people trying to coerce you and change your mind and put opinions in your brain because you're scared. Oh, electricity's going out, cyber attacks, viruses. You know, if you're scared, then I can give you a solution. I can provide an answer for you. Oh, you're scared, little buddy? Come to daddy. Come on over here. I got the answers. I'll help you. You know what I'm saying? I'll put my arm around you and be like, don't be scared. I'll rub your back. I'll make you feel good. I got an answer for all your scared worries, dude. Don't even sweat it. So don't be scared, man. But yo, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of energy to actually figure out what's what. There's so much information out there, you know, and you got to figure out who's fucking right, who's wrong, what makes sense. Damn. And you're working and shit all day and you're like, fuck, I ain't got time for that. I'm just trying to watch a sports game or something. Hey, this shit's rough. This shit's deep. I know it. You know, I know. This shit's crazy as hell, dude. But what are you gonna do? You just gonna sit there and fucking deal with it? Or are you gonna step up and change your life? Change your family's life? Most people probably won't, but there's enough people that will. Gonna allow us to fucking rock out and do this damn thing, bro. That's humans, man. Humans, yeah, we suck a little bit, but we're also pretty fucking awesome as well. And we're doing this damn thing. So what's up? Shout out to humanity, dog. Shout out to humanity. Those humans. All right, who do I want? This fucking guy. Shout out to those humans. Damn, somebody just disabled the shit out of me. Four. Doom modes. Hey, buddy, get the freak off me. Target's out of range. Isn't this my thing where I could stun everybody? Root everybody? I think that's what that is. We're attacking a tank though. So there it is, dude. More and more people are gonna figure it out and they're gonna be like, dude, I don't want my shit stolen from me, right? Inflation, dude. How much is inflation? You don't know. You don't have a say in that shit. Just fucking eat that shit. Got no fucking choice. You like that? You like that? You know, you're working. Man, dude, think about that, man. You're working. You're earning like 50K a year. Not only do you got to pay like fucking 25% of that shit in taxes, and then that's the federal, and then state, depending on where you live, you can pay up to another fucking 15% or whatever the fuck to your state. You're paying like fucking 40% taxes or something ridiculous. But all that 50K that you fucking spent all year working for, some other dude that has legal authority can fucking hop on their keyboard and create that 50K in fucking 2 seconds. What's up? And you don't even want to know what the fuck they do. They be creating billions for free, man, sending that shit off to other countries, dude. What's up with that? How about that? You like that shit? Man, you don't even know. That's what it is. You just don't even know. And you ain't got the balls to fuck around and find out. And hey, yes, it's deep. It's some crazy shit. Like, well, what can I do? What can I do? Well, there's a peaceful thing you can do, man. You can just fucking stack Bitcoin. You can take all your energy and just throw it into Bitcoin. And there you go. You demonetize that bullshit ass fucking system. And you get off of that fucking ledger that everyone has to work for. But there's a small group of people that have authority to create it for free and change it and do all this shit and debase everybody and dilute it. And you get onto an honest ledger that has an extremely high cost to attack. Therefore, nobody's attacking it, right? It's a fucking lion in the jungle, man. Are you fucking going up to a lion and doing some shit? Probably fucking not, dude. 'Cause he'll fuck you up. Now, maybe if you have a gun or a weapon, you might be hunting and shit, but then you can say the same thing. Okay, fine. You'll look for weaker targets. Are you going to walk up to a dude that has a gun of his own and fuck with him? No, probably not. You're going to look for a soft target. And the dollar is a soft target. People are constantly fucking with it, manipulating it. You think it's a hard target because it's been your whole life. That's all you know. But actually, it's ass cheeks. It gets created for free. But Bitcoin requires a shit ton of energy, dude. It's secured. It's a network secured by real world energy. Isn't that fucking awesome, dude? And it's been predicted, you know, Nikola Tesla, he was talking about that shit back in the day. Henry Ford, he was talking about that shit back in the day. And now all of a sudden, we have the technology through the internet, through encryption. There's all types of shits. You know, you can go learn about it and figure out what's what. Don't get caught in the weeds. Who created it? The CIA created Bitcoin. You know, you get caught in the weeds, right? You get caught in all the bullshit, worrying about stuff that keeps you frozen, and you're like, I ain't gonna make a choice. Yeah, this guy said it was a scam. Oh, this can happen, or that. Okay. You get caught in the nonsense, and you're looking at the details too much. You're not just looking at the overall picture and making sense of shit. Come on. Drop this dude. Oh, fuck, he's getting healed. Where's that fucking healer at? Where he is. Running. He's running. That dude's running. Hit that fucking healer. Barrett! Boom! The doom bolt from hell. Doom bolt from hell, boy. Here it comes. Boom! Shakalaka. We hit him with the crit. Hit him with the crit. Can we not get this? The Fallen Bridges shit is blocked somehow. Okay. Ignore flags. Yeah, that's what we've been doing. Ignoring flags. Just battling. Battling. So there it is, man. Change money, change the world. Do it. Yeah. And you really don't have to even do shit. All you have to do is just, first you got to learn about it though, you know, because you have to figure it out. You have to figure out what you're doing. Does it even make sense? Get your questions answered. Let your, you know, your brain has to come to the conclusion on its own. Do that. And then you just fucking buy Bitcoin. You take your energy out of a fake ass system and you put it into a truth system. You put it into the real shit. That, you know, fuck, dude. What type of shit is that anyway, man? The world's going to work for fucking dollars. And then these dudes can just decide for whatever fucking reason, you know? They'll make a reason up. There's a virus, you know, whatever the fuck, right? They'll make a reason that they just can create all the fucking digital dollars that they want to create. Yo, that's some shit. That's fucked up, dude. That's fucked up. So I worked my whole life. I made, you know, whatever much I made. And then these dudes can just wake up one day and decide that they're gonna fucking make 10x that amount. My whole life's earning. Some fucking nerd. Some fucking geek and shit. And that's what's fucked up too, because instead of the strongest people, the most intellectual people, the smartest people, the strongest people that rise to the top on their merit, you know, business people that are creating value and all this shit rising to the top, instead of that happening through society, instead what happens, it's just whoever the fuck can be a slimy ass fucking nerd and cozy up to the right people and get into positions of power through, you know, being a politician, being in government, being whatever, you know, the people that write the laws and make the rules, they can just fucking create money for free. It's fucked up. And you can look through history and how this all evolved, where we had fucking money, beads, glass, fucking seashells, salt, gold and silver. And then we graduated to, or we descended into paper money that was backed by gold and silver. Then the paper money was no longer backed by gold and silver. Then the paper money became digital, and that's where we are now. So it's not like we just snapped our fingers and we got here. There is history of how we got here. And it's weird and it's mind-blowing. It's like, damn, dude. It's crazy, right? Yeah, it is. But there's a fucking answer right now. There's a fucking answer. And the scary part is too, how do you know it's the answer, right? Well, I don't. No one knows. You can't know the future. You just have to look at the world and be like, okay, what makes sense? Oh, we came out with that destruction victorious. We came back. Even though we were crushing kills, they were getting the flags. So yeah, that's the scary part too. It's like, how do you know that Bitcoin won't get hacked, that Bitcoin will be the thing? You don't. So then people would just regress and be like, okay, well, I'm just going to stay put. I'm not going to take a risk. It's too risky. And yeah, a lot of people are going to do that. And that's just human nature. We're scared to do it. You have to make a decision. You have to look at both systems, the dollar system, the Bitcoin system, and you got to make your choice. Making no choice is just staying on the dollar system. Most people will do it, but there's another saying too, like throughout history, you know, you got 20% of the population fighting for one thing, you got another 20% fighting for another thing, or you know, whatever it is, 10% or less fighting for one thing, 10% or less fighting for another thing. You got a low amount of people fighting for Bitcoin, you got a low amount of people fighting for the dollar, and then you got like 90% or whatever of the rest of the people. They're just waiting for an outcome. They're just waiting for a winner. And that's, yeah, it makes a lot of sense, right? And it's weird too for me because I just learned about this shit over the last 6 years, and I'm like, oh my goodness, how do these idiots not see this shit? But I'm an idiot too, because what the fuck? I didn't see this shit. Now all of a sudden it makes sense to me and I can fucking understand it. Now everyone else should fucking understand it in the snap of a finger? No, we all go through our own understanding process. And whatever that is, you know, you have to hear about it, think about it, dismiss it, figure it out. Don't look into it, but still think it's a scam because you're smarter than whatever, but you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about because you're an idiot. Then you come back into it, actually look into it, and you're like, oh shit, I should have been fucking doing that. What the fuck? Then you figure it out because you actually put time in. Yeah, I guess we all go through that. I went through that too, man. I had major regret myself. Like, fuck. I could have already been financially stable and where I wanted to be if I would have just looked into Bitcoin when I first heard about it back in 2013 or whenever the hell. I could have already been fucking rich, dude. The fuck? Stupid as shit. But that's, you know, who knows, right? Then I think like, all right, well, maybe I would have did it, got into Bitcoin, I would have been got rich, and then maybe I'd have been on fucking drugs and died or some shit, you know? So fuck it, right? It's all working out. So you can't really beat yourself up too hard about it. But it's still, you know, you're like, fuck, you're an idiot. But that's how you learn. You know, you make mistakes in life, you make choices in life, then you get older, you learn from those mistakes, and then you're like, oh yeah, I should have did this. You reflect, you know, you have that self-reflection. I guess that's like a period of life that I'm going through right now, is like more self-reflection, looking at my shit. But you also have to have a desire, you know? You have to have the will. You have to actually want something. A lot of times in my life, I know in my early 20s, I didn't even give a shit. I didn't give a what? I don't care, dude. You know, do your thing, do that thing. I don't care about money. I don't care about working. I don't care about earning shit. I just want to be. I just want to exist and be left alone, you know? I don't give a fuck. And that's how I was. So no one could help me anyway. You know, it's not like somebody could have helped me. I couldn't even help myself, so you can't help me. That's how people are too. You know, a lot of people are like that too. I know I was. I guess I can only really speak for myself, but I can look out and kind of estimate. Be like, yeah, you know, I can see that. I can see that. I can see it. But I didn't want no help, dude. Couldn't nobody help me. But I was a fucking rebel. But here we are now, a little older, a little more experience, and I'm like, damn, I should have been investing in stuff. And yeah, of course, right? Some people, you know, they get out of high school, they go right to college, they got it all figured out, they're investing early. Hey, hats off to you, man. You guys fucking smart. A lot smarter than me. I didn't do that shit. I said, I ain't doing fuck, man. I'm just gonna smoke weed and I ain't doing shit. That was my life. And I think that's good too, because you have to, I like going through that in a way, because you get to understand both sides of it. You get to try to figure out like, how can I crack the code for other people? How can I get into other people's brains and make them understand or see it? There's a saying out there, it's like, well, you got to meet people where they are. I still don't understand that saying. I don't know how to do that. How do you meet people where they are? I don't know. I don't understand. I think one of the good techniques that I learned or I'm learning is ask questions of other people. Just ask them questions instead of telling people what to do. Just ask them a question, and that helps them figure it out, because you ask them a question, then they start to think through it themselves, and then they'll come to their own conclusion, and it'll stick. Things stick when you come to your own conclusion rather than someone else telling it to you, because when someone just tells it to you, you don't fully understand it. You're just hearing it, but you might not comprehend it. But if you are asked a question and you arrive at that answer on your own, then you understand it because you figured it out, and you're like, oh yeah, well, this is what I think. This makes sense. So there we go. How about that? Ain't that some shit, dude? The human brain, psychology, money is psychology. Bitcoin is money. Psychology, money is a personal choice. So do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. But eventually, if Bitcoin keeps doing its thing, most people, and then eventually everyone will figure it out that all the other shit is fucked up in the world. Everything else is getting more and more expensive, which is getting lower in fucking amount of value that it gives you, right? You have to buy shit, pay for shit in it expressed in dollar terms. Fuck, dude, inflation, right? It's crushing you. I know it's crushing me, man. Fuck, I'm going to the store, food store, it's like $400. What the fuck? When the fuck that happened? It used to be like $100. Now it's like $400? What the fuck? Yeah, everything's expensive. Yes. Electric, all the bills that I'm paying, insurance, everything's going the fuck up. Cost of living's ridiculous. So you're getting fucking squeezed everywhere, dude. And unfortunately, the pay doesn't keep up with inflation. So pay doesn't go up. And you know, the official statistics will say inflation's at 4% or some shit, you know, I don't know, whatever the hell it says. 2%, you know, 5%, 8%, whatever it is. Man, come on, dude. People are playing games, dude. They're manipulating the fucking numbers. They pull out food, they pull out housing, and then they run their numbers. It's the same thing they do with the fucking money supply. You work for money, and then somebody else has legal authority to create it for free, so they're creating a shit ton of it. What the fuck? No, fuck that. That's not the money I want to store my wealth in, my value in, my time in. I'm not going to store my time that I work for in a money that someone else can create for free. It just doesn't make any sense. So once people start figuring that out, and there's many avenues into it. I like to think of Bitcoin as like a tree, you know, the branches. There's many avenues to figure out Bitcoin. Then once you're in Bitcoin and the root system of the tree, there's so many rabbit holes deep down. So that's pretty crazy, right? Bitcoin is the tree of life. That shit's wild as hell. But people are starting to figure it out. One of the ways that people have figured out is that Bitcoin just keeps working, just keeps existing. And its opposite, the fiat currency network, keeps existing. And they both go in opposite ways. Everything keeps getting more and more expensive for you at the store with your dollars. And everything keeps getting cheaper and cheaper for you with the Bitcoin. So that's one way people figure out, like, that makes crazy sense. And other things are going up too. Like people are already playing this game, dude. And I didn't even know about this game. But the most popular game is just to buy real estate. People buy houses and shit. People buy stocks, right? But you'll buy a house because you already know that the dollar sucks and it's inflating away. And you're like, you're not really too pissed about it. You're like, fuck it. It is what it is. You accept it. And you're like, I got to play the game. You know, hey, fuck the next dude. Hey, if you don't know about it, then you're beat. But I'm succeeding. I got homes. I'm buying real estate. My real estate's going up with inflation. So the people that own property, the more property you own, the more you want inflation, because it's going to help you pay down your debt easier with cheaper dollars. Your property value is going to go up and up and up. So you like that shit. But it's screwing somebody else that doesn't have any assets. Shit, they might not even know. It took me forever to figure this shit out. I didn't know. I was just working for a paycheck and I was getting debased every fucking year. I had 0 assets. I don't have shit. So that's fucked up. But hey, people don't care about other people, you know? And that's another beautiful thing about Bitcoin. You don't have to care about other people. All you gotta do is care about yourself. And you just gotta be greedy for yourself. Want yourself to succeed. And by doing that, you strengthen the whole Bitcoin network for everyone else. Because now you're incentivized through your own greed to keep Bitcoin up. You want Bitcoin to succeed so that you succeed. And now you're helping everyone else succeed that's on Bitcoin as well. We're all helping each other through our own individual greed. Fucking awesome. Fucking amazing, dude. It's great. Can't believe it. And I'm grateful as hell. And that's what makes me get up here and talk about this shit. Yeah, I play video games. Sure, some people don't like whatever the fuck. I don't give a shit. You know, I'm just blasting these thoughts into the universe through the internet. And they're just out there. You know, you might click on my video for Warhammer, for this game, for that game, but you'll see health, family, Bitcoin, and it'll just go in your brain and you'll just think about it like, huh. And then maybe you won't think of anything. Maybe it'll turn you off. But maybe you'll come back later, or maybe you'll look and you'll see another Bitcoin. And then eventually, you will eventually look into it and try to learn about it. And that's it. Hey, maybe I could be the spark. I'm sure I probably was, dude, for some people. Just that spark, who cares? You know, just put that shit in the back of your head, man. Health, family, Bitcoin. You see it, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. So there's plenty more people, you know, that are smarter than me, dude. And that's what fucking trips me out too, dude. That bugs me out hard. Kind of hard, I don't know. Like, it's weird, but I guess I can kind of get it. But it's like, who the fuck am I? Why do I see this shit? You know, I'm just this regular ass dude. And I'm seeing this shit. You got smart ass dudes, fucking athlete dudes, you know, rich people, powerful people. They got way more accomplishments in life than me. They got all this shit. Yet they don't know what the fuck they're talking about with Bitcoin. They don't know. There's tons of things, like they don't give a shit. They're not looking into it. They've looked into it, but they think it's a scam. They hate it. You know, there's all types of things. But I mean, how do I see the value in Bitcoin when there's all these successful people in the fiat world that don't see the value? So that's really cool, man. And that's what I talk about at like times of revolution or times of chaos, the Renaissance, where war's going on and crazy shit's going on. But when that's happening, the board is shaking. The board is all shook up. So the rich and the powerful, it puts everyone on even playing field all of a sudden. And now there's opportunity. Now there's opportunity for the rich and powerful to let that shit slip. And now there's opportunity for the people that are just regular dudes to come in there and be on equal playing field and be able to scoop shit up. Because the board's shaking, right? It's like a bunch of uncertainty. People are worried and there's all these fucking psyops. There's all this manipulation going on. People are trying to trick you. There's misinformation. There's this, there's that. There's people that are saying, we're the experts. Trust the experts. Fact checkers confirm. And there's all this shit going on. And while it's all happening, it's like a whirlwind chaos. You have to look out there and be like, what's what? You have to figure it out for yourself. And if you outsource that figuring out process, the fact checkers or someone else, and you rely on someone else, you might fuck up. But if you're curious and you put in the work and you're digging in shit and you're learning and you're making your own decisions, you might find that shit, dude. You might actually fucking succeed. Man, that's so exciting. And that's where we're at right now with Bitcoin. That's so fucking exciting right now, dude. That's just so wild to me, mind-blowing, that people with no accomplishments in life can outperform people with amazing accomplishments in life right now through Bitcoin. Fuck, that shit is deep, dude. That's awesome. So, hey, learn about that shit, man. Learn about it or don't. Life's like a river, man. That shit's gonna keep moving. So do what you gotta do. All right, that's gonna be it for this one. Thank y'all for watching. Later.